yeah, just posted a tweet and it got way more love and so many people reached out and like it was kind of crazy that I want to talk about it. And my tweet was like, this startup shit is so fucking hard. It's like, this startup shit is so hard, what the fuck am I doing? Here's the story on why like this startup shit is so fucking hard for me. And to get into it, like, let me set the context. So, not getting too personal, button up, getting your popcorn and enjoy this movie. I have 2 younger brothers. I'm from central Pennsylvania, literally the middle of nowhere. If you went to Bucknell University, you know where I live. Lewisburg is a town. And grew up, I have 2 younger brothers and a mom and a dad that actually passed away when I was in like 1st or 2nd grade. And both of my younger brothers were super young. And he died of leukemia. My mom actually wrote a book on it. If you want to read it, he was loved by everyone. He had the best attitude, or like so everybody said. Like he was always super positive, you know. And I think that's something that I've always carried with me. But yeah, growing up, right, I was super oppositionally defiant, like classic angsty teenager whose dad died, and like I had 2 younger brothers. I was shitty to them. I was shitty to my mom, and had to do the whole, I'm going to send you to boarding school, yada, yada, yada. And then, fun fact, I was actually so oppositionally defiant. My mom got remarried because we needed a father figure in my life because I'm the oldest and I couldn't keep it together, right? I mean, what 13-year-old could? And I was too busy Googling boobs on YouTube, on Google. But yeah, and then fun fact, he also died a couple months later because he was an alcoholic and died of alcohol poisoning. But yeah, moral of the story is I've always just growing up have been super independent, figured out my own shit, like I took care of myself, right? Like I took care of myself. I didn't expect anyone else to take care of me. Like me versus the world kind of fuck you attitude. I was always like fucking joking around, super positive, made light of every situation because I was like, all right, this shit isn't that hard, right? But yeah, deep down, like I was always very insecure, where I didn't really let it. I have trust issues, classic. I have daddy issues because my dad died, and I have trust issues. But I don't have abandonment issues, which is good. But yeah, so getting into like why I think startups are so hard is because at Super Coffee, right? I worked at Super Coffee right after. The brothers, I looked up to them as my older brothers, right? And it was cool because I could just, yes, I worried about the team and hitting goals, but like I was very clear on this is what I have to do. This is my goals. Let's get it done because then the team wins, right? And I could focus on myself and making sure I was the best teammate that I could be. And again, very, very self-serving, like very focused on like how can I develop. And after I left Super Coffee to start Isle, I think it's like the rising pressures of, yes, we raised money and like, yes, before the pivot, we had a really booming, quickly taking off business, right? And then I pivoted it, made the decision to pivot it, and yeah, I think it's so hard because all these decisions now, we're a team of 7, like all these decisions now, it's not just about me, right? And it's not just me acting and taking care of myself and figuring it out, because that's what I do, right? Like when shit hits the fan and like shit isn't going well and like things aren't getting done, like I'm like, all right, let me take it over, right? Like I watch YouTube videos on learn how to code so I can talk to our engineers and like build out MVPs and like whatever, right? Like back in the day. But yeah, that's always my like first gut reaction, is to be so solutions oriented, and that causes a lot of problems because now like I'm the boss, which is so fucking weird. Like I don't want to be the boss. Like not to say I don't want to be the boss, and I'm super lucky to be a founder, but like it's hard because that's not my skill set. Like I'm a doer, and I'm not the best manager because I care about people and I love to have fun and hang out and like kick it, but like then I expect people to be the same standard me or move as quickly or whatever. All this to say is I think fucking startups are and the brothers made it seem so easy, but this is super hard because I'm doing something like, yes, moving quickly and building something from scratch and selling and being shameless on posting on social media and whatever, like that's all cool. But I think deep down, what I really struggle with is like what's way more important, and that's like being a leader. And being a leader and then reading books on leadership is like so much different, because my initial instinct is to be solutions oriented, figure it out myself, and then show people a way. Whereas like now we're at the point of the business where now I have to just start to guide people and trust that they'll get it done. And like trust that I'm making the right decisions, and trust, and like there's all this trust, and I got trust issues with myself, right? But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say to all the founders watching this, like, if you guys are going through this, I feel you. I would love to chat, and like find me on Twitter. Because like like being so solutions oriented, I have no idea what to do. Right? Like I'm over here making a YouTube video about how hard it is to be solutions oriented, because I gotta be problem oriented and problem whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching. That was a quick insight into my life. But alright guys, see you in the next video. Talk to you later, and peace and love. See ya. Kiss kiss. Good night.